crazy.
It was great, man.
So it's everything everyone says. Everyone's like, oh, LA is a different world. Like, it's nothing like here. Like, you have to experience it. So you got out there and it really was like all it's chalked up to be.
In my experience, yeah.
Right.
It really is.
Right.
I mean, it depends on what you're into. There's a love-hate thing. A lot of people don't like it, but like, if it's collaborative, it's creative. It's one of those places that you can just walk outside, sit down at a Starbucks, or do whatever you want to do, and like, you never know who you're gonna meet, run into, where your night's gonna bring you. I mean, the events that I ended up at just randomly, it's crazy.
What's the craziest event you somehow wandered into?
Or
invited to, or whatever it might have been.
No, most of them I just walked in.
Really?
I was like, I belong here, and nobody questioned it, so I just walked in.
Yeah, I guess if you project yourself that way, like, that's where I belong, they're like, oh, okay, yeah.
That was the craziest thing.
No one says anything.
It's the craziest thing. And like, I would walk in and stand there and be like, okay, I haven't gotten tackled by a bouncer yet. Like, I'm really in here. This is happening. And I just ran with it.
Were they like house parties or like
a couple
separate? They were like legit people's houses.
One of them was actually like you had to go to a secret. I'm not making this up.
Yeah.
This is how crazy this is. So I was out with a bunch of people. I ended up meeting up with like this girl and like some guy she was seeing or whatever, and they were leaving a party, and they were like, you can go, but like you need a wristband. You need to go to this secret location or whatever. And they're like, we're not going back, so you can have one of the wristbands.
Okay.
I was like, all right. So, and this was for, it was an after party for the Oscars.
Okay.
So I was full like tux the whole day. So I take this wristband. I literally Ubered to this location where there's a shuttle that picks you up. So I'm like, I just got the wristband on. I didn't look at anybody. I got on the shuttle, and they bring you up to the Hollywood Hills where there's this ridiculous mansion.
Right.
And like Paris Hilton walked in after me.
Really?
Just random ass people walking around. Yeah, we chatted a couple times. Yeah.
Did she bring the dog?
No, she didn't have the dog.
Doesn't have the dog. I did see. That's not true then.
Yeah, I did see Lisa Vanderpump.
What's she from?
She from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, or whatever. She owns a couple restaurants, but she brought her dog to her restaurant. Yeah, Paris didn't have hers.
That's funny.
Yeah,
because whenever you see her, she always has the dog in the purse. I'm like, I wonder if that's a real thing. Like, does she really always have the dog with her?
I've only seen her like nightlife places, so maybe she saves the dog from all the clubs. Or whatever,
right, right. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Whose house was it? Do you even know?
I have no idea.
You have no idea to this day?
No clue.
Just
even after the Golden Globe, the Golden Globes. This recent year, I ended up at somebody else's house, some producer that was nominated for like a foreign film or whatever.
Yeah.
I just met him when I walked in the door.
So what? Do they have bouncers? Because you see it on TV and they have like the guest list. Like, what's your name?
Some of them do. Like,
do they really?
Yeah, a couple of the house ones. That big house one, I didn't have to worry about anything. But the second one, I actually got invited by somebody. So that one I was
okay. All right, gotcha.
But yeah, I've gone to events where there are bouncers, and I either make friends with them.
Yeah.
Like one guy I asked, I'm like, hey man, do you go to the Equinox gym down the street? Like, you look really familiar.
Yeah.
This was like the Cadillac pre-Oscars party.
Right.
Like Gal Gadot was there, like Wonder Woman was there, Snoop Dogg was there, James Marsden was there. And he was like, I don't go there, but you look really familiar. And we had this conversation, and I just walked in.
He just forgot what he was even going to talk about.
No, clue. I didn't check it.
Yeah, go right in.
It was crazy.
That's funny.
So
any way possible, right?
Dude, I mean, Did
you meet Snoop Dogg?
No, I saw him at the GQ Men of the Year party, and I was going to talk to him, and I just certain things I'm like,
you don't know.
I don't want to like bug the people, but if there's a chance for a conversation,
right,
I'll definitely do it. But.
Right, that's how you network.
Oh, dude,
and that's how you get. That's how you get places with that.
And that's the crazy thing about that city. Like, if you're in the door, you're in the door.
Right.
For certain events.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're there for a reason. Either you know somebody or you were invited or whatever. So there's a much lower kind of threshold of like who is this person talking to me?
Right.
You know
right.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you ever saw the live Cinderella movie.
I haven't.
So there's an actress named Lily James. In fact, she was in oh my God, the Getaway Driver movie. Baby Driver.
Okay, yeah.
So she plays a waitress in Baby Driver. So at one of these parties, I'm like standing at the bar and I'm like sweating my ass off. It's hot in there.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting to get a drink. And there's this tall girl and she turns to me and she's like, "It's really hot in here." And I looked up and I was like, "Yeah, it is." And then I was like, "Oh, that's Lily James." And just
did you start a conversation?
No, I was like at that point, you kind of freeze, man.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, yeah, it's. Suddenly, it is now that you're talking to me. It's, it's crazy.
Then you really notice how hot it is.
Oh my God. I'm like, all of a sudden, it's like dripping sweat. But yeah, it's wild, dude. It's wild, you know?